listening to the Day by Day podcast for the second week of May, 2017. Welcome to the Day by Day podcast with me, Siobhan. This week we'll get ready, get schooled, and get out. May is National Water Safety Month. As the weather gets warmer across the U.S., more and more people will spend time at beaches, lakes, pools, and water parks. During this month, the World Water Park Association, the American Red Cross, the Association of Pool and Spa Professionals, and the National Recreation and Park Association team up to educate the public about how to be safe in the water. Each year, the World Water Park Association, on behalf of its partners, coordinates gubernatorial proclamations from all 50 states within the U.S. to proclaim May as National Water Safety Month. In 2016, all 50 states issued a proclamation in support of National Water Safety Month and drowning prevention and water safety initiatives. According to the CDC, from 2005 to 2014, there were an average of 3,536 fatal unintentional drownings that were not boating related annually in the United States. That's about 10 deaths per day. Most drownings occur in the warmest weather months, May through August. Astoundingly, 80% of drowning deaths are male, and children 1 year old and younger have the highest rate of drowning deaths. About 1 in 5 people who die from drowning are children, 14 and younger. For every child who dies from drowning, another 5 receive emergency department care for non-fatal submersion injuries. Non-fatal drowning injuries can cause severe brain damage that may result in long-term disabilities. Almost 5,000 people receive emergency care for water-related injuries in pools and spas each year. So it's very important to learn how to be water safe. Water safety can be increased by taking swim lessons, learning CPR, using the buddy system, parental supervision, following posted rules, and always being water aware. Visit redcross.org to find lifeguard and swimming classes near you. And check out nationalwatersafetymonth.org for more safety tips and resources.
We begin tonight with the monster hurricane and its deadly impact already. And tonight, up and down the East Coast, authorities are already warning Americans to prepare for possible mass evacuations.
Look at the size. Close to hurricane strength, even as it makes landfall, and those winds are likely to be damaging, bringing down power lines and causing disruption. A lot of rain to come. 8 inches plus of rain could cause some localised flooding, but perhaps worse is the probability that we will see some significant coastal flooding as the storm surge combines with very high tides.
The winds continue to blow us around, and I could pretty well verify that we've probably seen that 120 plus even here. We've had, over the last hour, a lot of the roofing around the particular structure we're in getting peeled off. We've heard some more glass shattering. Again, we haven't been with power for a couple of hours now, and the winds have just dramatically come up.
Sustained winds now here on the Alabama Gulf Coast are around 70 to 75 miles per hour as the storm races closer to the shore. The center of the storm is about 150 miles from here, but the hurricane force winds extend almost 200 miles away from the storm.
Hurricanes are serious business, and this week is National Hurricane Preparedness Week. This effort has been observed since 2004. Prior to that, it was known as National Hurricane Awareness Week, but it was changed because awareness does not necessarily equate to preparedness. Therefore, being prepared is more active than being aware. Each day of the week focuses on a hurricane-related topic. Sunday focuses on determining your risk. Use this day to find out what types of wind and water hazards could happen where you live, and then start preparing now for how to handle them. Hurricanes are not just a coastal problem. Their impact can be felt hundreds of miles inland. On Monday, develop an evacuation plan. Figure out where you'd go and how you'd get there if told to evacuate. On Tuesday, assemble disaster supplies. You'll need supplies not just to get through the storm, but for the potentially lengthy and unpleasant aftermath. Remember, you could be without power for weeks. Use Wednesday to do an insurance checkup. Contact your insurance provider to make sure you have enough homeowners, renters, car, and even boat insurance to repair or even replace your belongings. On Thursday, make sure your home is in good condition to withstand a storm and make necessary repairs. Friday, check on your neighbors to make sure they are also hurricane ready. And finally, Saturday, complete your hurricane plan. Tie up any loose ends now while you have time and are not under the threat of a hurricane. I spoke to an up-and-coming meteorologist for his take on Hurricane Preparedness Week.
My name is Matthew DeBuduo. Hurricane season typically lasts from June 1st to November 30th.
That's Atlantic hurricane season. The Eastern Pacific hurricane season begins May 15th and also ends November 30th.
While this is the official duration of hurricane season, it does not mean a hurricane cannot appear during other times. There have been multiple reports of off-season hurricanes. In fact, just this past month, on the morning of April 20th, Tropical Storm Arlene formed in the open Atlantic, but it is considered the first named storm of 2017, even though we're still about a month away from hurricanes. Hurricanes are, in a sense, constantly changing. Just this past year, Hurricane Matthew managed to reach Category 5 at the lowest latitude recorded in the Atlantic Basin.
Part of Hurricane Preparedness Week is creating a hurricane safety kit.
In that safety kit, they should include fresh water, 3 days' worth of food as well, in the event that you lose power. It is recommended you have spare batteries. The biggest tool at your disposal is your communication, making sure that you have access to some form of either NOAA radio or broadcasting station that will continuously give you updates on the storm.
Matthew also recommends following evacuation orders from local authorities. During Hurricane Preparedness Week, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, will be visiting locations along the East Coast that may be affected by hurricanes in order to educate the public about weather safety and preparedness. Stops include Long Island, New York, Washington, D.C., Raleigh, North Carolina, Orlando, and Miami, Florida. For more information, visit weather.gov, ready.gov, and noaa.gov, that's NOAA, and redcross.org. All are partners in supporting Hurricane Preparedness Week. I downloaded the Red Cross emergency app to be alerted to severe weather. You should too.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I am who I am because I had a great teacher.
A great teacher is a work of art.
A great teacher is a key to success.
A great teacher can change your life.
A great teacher changed my life. I learned that I didn't need to be like everybody else.
I learned that everything is possible.
I learned not to sweat the small stuff.
I learned that you can approach knowledge with a sense of wonder and fun.
I didn't learn how to speak Spanish, even though she was my Spanish teacher, but I did learn how to be myself.
To each and every one of my teachers, thank you.
That's from a PSA by the organization Take Part. This week is also National Teacher Week in the U.S., and Tuesday, May 9th, is National Teacher Day. This week, and especially Tuesday, is meant to honor teachers and recognize the lasting contributions they make to our lives. Around 1944, a Wisconsin teacher named Ryan Krug began corresponding with political and education leaders, including Eleanor Roosevelt, about the need for a national day to honor teachers. In 1953, Mrs. Roosevelt persuaded the 81st Congress to proclaim a National Teacher Day. The National Education Association, who is still a major sponsor, lobbied Congress to create a national day celebrating teachers. Congress declared March 7, 1980 as National Teacher Day for that year only. The NEA and its affiliates continued to observe Teacher Day on the first Tuesday in March until 1985, when the National PTA established Teacher Appreciation Week in the first full week of May. The NEA Representative Assembly then voted to make the Tuesday of that week National Teacher Day. And here we are today. Teachers do not work a typical 9-to-5 job, as you know. In fact, on average, teachers work more than 52 hours per week, 30 hours on instruction, and an additional 22 hours on tasks like preparing lessons and grading papers. Average class size in the U.S. range from 16 to 26 students, but can be significantly higher in some areas of the country. I asked 2 teachers who I know personally, and their class sizes are 26 and 28. The average salary for a public school teacher during the school year of 2013 to 2014 was $56,610. But the average salaries range from $40,023 in South Dakota to $76,409 in New York. Visit the National Education Association website at NEA.org and the National Parent Teacher website at PTA.org for everything you need to celebrate the teachers in your life. You can also celebrate your favorite teacher by using the hashtag #ThankATeacher.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch.
This Friday, May 12th, is National Public Gardens Day. This is an annual observance that takes place on the Friday before Mother's Day. The day was established in 2009 by the American Public Gardens Association in an effort to promote awareness of public gardens. The American Public Gardens Association has been in existence for over 75 years and is devoted to connecting the public horticultural community and protecting the future of public gardens. A public garden, as defined by the APGA, is an institution that maintains collections of plants for the purposes of public education and enjoyment, in addition to research, conservation, and higher learning. These include botanical gardens, arboreta, cemeteries, zoological gardens, sculpture gardens, college and university campuses, historic homes, urban greening organizations, natural areas, and city, county, state, and federal parks. On this day, many of these types of public gardens offer special events, gifts, and discounted or free admission. Many of these locations are free to the public all year round. Magnolia Plantation and Gardens in Charleston, South Carolina is believed to be the oldest public garden in the U.S. The plantation dates back to 1676 when Thomas and Anne Drayton built a house and small formal garden on the site. The plantation is still in the hands of the Drayton family after 15 generations. Magnolia became known for its gardens when Reverend John Grimke Drayton inherited the plantation in the 1840s and developed them. National Public Gardens Day is a great time to get out and explore somewhere new, see something new, and maybe even learn something new as well. Visit publicgardens.org to find a public garden near you.
Till the rain comes tumbling down.
So that's it for this week. I'll be back next week. Until then, remember to make each day count.